Ooh, that's a little better. God damn, that's a lot of pretty. That's a lot of pretty for an old ass Irish dude, man. Between the beard and the freckles, come the fuck on, man. That's blessed. That's what blessed looks like right there. I'm telling you what. Look, I'm gonna see if somebody pops in here. I don't know if anybody's gonna pop in here or not, man. It's like middle of the day, people are still at work, but we're gonna hang out for a second and see if anybody pops on because I'd like to give y'all a little life update, and I would also like to answer some questions, man. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Is it Malik? Is it Malik? It looks like Malik Mays. What's up, brother? Hey, if I fucked up your name, I really apologize. I'm just really bad at pronouncing names. Like, really bad at it. It causes me to call a lot of people bro or dude, like, classically throughout my life. I've done that. Dale, what's up? How you doing? It's so good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping in. I know a lot of people have seen what's been going on in my life lately through some of my shorts and everything. I haven't done full length in a minute. Yo, DBs, what's up? Glenn, how you doing? Oh, all the way from Australia. Cliff, my dog, what's up, man? What's up? It's Cordell. Cordell, I love you, bro. I love you so much. Hey, Trent, thank you. That's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know that some of you guys saw that one of my kids died. So I'm in Daytona Beach, Florida. He moved back to Eugene. He wanted to get through barber school. He really wanted to do barber school. He met a really cool dude here that was a buddy of mine who was a barber, and he was like, dude, you should do this. You would be lit at this. You should definitely become a barber. So he went back there. He went through barber school. He passed. He like killed it. He was doing really good. And one night he celebrated because he had just gotten a really good job. He had some beers. Somebody busted out some cocaine. And like, I am telling you guys, like, I work in the recovery field. So I know, like, I do the intake UAs for a lot of the drug people experiencing substance use disorder. I'm not supposed to call people drug addicts anymore because I'm a professional now. But myself, I was a fucking addict. I was a fucking junkie. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to call other people like that. I know it's stigmatizing, but like for myself, like I was a tweaker. Tweakers have no motherfucking shame. All these other people who are addicted to drugs, they can be like, yo, we don't want to be called by that. Like, that doesn't define us. Tweakers, we're like, yeah, bro, meth heads, what's up? Woo! Like, it's just a weird thing. But so, I know how much of the drugs that are coming in, like, have fentanyl in them. And, my kid knew that too, but he did a little bit of cocaine. There was some fentanyl in it, and he didn't make it. I can't get into any more of the specifics about that because the story is still being wrapped up. Like, there's detectives involved and everything. There's a lot more to the story that'll probably be forthcoming. But for right now, that's what I can say about that. But I wanted to give you guys just updates on what I'm doing because I've had so many of you amazing human beings have been showing love and have been like checking on me and giving condolences, compassion, kindness, and also telling me that I should not relapse. And I wanted you guys to see me. I wanted you to see that I'm coherent. I wanted you to see that I'm here. I wanted to interact with you guys and let you know that, like, I'm not ever going to disrespect my kid's memory by using that as a permission statement to go back to a life that took his life. I wouldn't do that. So I want you guys to know that I'm sober. I want you guys to know that I'm doing well. I haven't had, like, the mental congruity. Yo, what's up, little feller? Big love, brother. I just haven't been there to be able to make any long form content. Like, I can make it a few minutes to like make some shorts and shit like that, but like I just haven't been like all the way in the game. Janice, I love you, hun. Thank you so much. You're such an amazing human being. Sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm not. I've been putting on deodorant 2 or 3 times a day because I keep forgetting if I put it on or not, and I'll like smell my pits and I can't tell, so I just keep reapplying it. I don't know if I've brushed my fucking teeth or not. I know that I showered today. I'm doing pretty fucking good on that. Losing a kid's not something that I was prepared for. I don't think anybody's ever prepared for it. It was so unexpected because dude was at a high point in his life. And we all thought, this is it, man. Like, kid's killing it right now. And it came really out of left field. I'm not the toxic masculinity dude. I know that I talk a lot about prison and everything. I have wept and sobbed my face off, man. Like losing a kid it's so hard. And so, you know, like yesterday, I finally got back to the gym for the first time, and the gym is like how I'm wired for mental health. If I don't get to the gym, like I'll tend to be fitting to be falling apart pretty soon. Or I get stabby. Man, I get stabby or punchy. My knuckles start to itch. People start talking too much, and I'm like, But I got into the gym yesterday and got in a good chest workout, and I was scheduled for my house arrest that I'm still on to go and get some shopping done, man. And we really needed some stuff. By the time we got to the parking lot of the store, I was done. I was cooked, man. My wife went in and grabbed like the few necessities. And I'm gonna do a fucking Walmart order for the rest because I can do that. I've become accustomed to not being able to go and physically get what I need on house arrest. But like, man, just like going through this grieving process has been really, really difficult. 1 minute, it's like, it's weird. Like 1 second I'll be super depressed and I'll feel hollow and like I'll just be staring at walls. The next minute I'm super angry. So it's been like the full roll of emotions, and like I know what to expect because I've worked people through grief counseling before. I've worked with parents who've lost kids before. I've worked with kids who've lost parents before. You know, I've done all that. I know the stages of grief. I know that there's going to be denial. I know that there's going to be bargaining. I know there's going to be depression. I know that there's going to be anger. But like knowing and like living in the middle of it has been two entirely different things. So I'm getting there, but I'm talking about it. Like part of the reason that I'm here right now, for me, it's really important that I talk about the shit that I go through, because if I just stuff that shit down inside, it's going to come out in bad ways. I've proven that repeatedly throughout the history of my life. And yeah, I'm getting comments like nobody's expecting you to be fine. Grief is difficult. And I appreciate that, but I just wanted you guys to know, because so many of you have been so kind and so supportive. I wanted you guys to see me. I wanted you guys to be able to tell that like I'm not fucking up. I'm just going through it. And I know that it's not going to probably ever be the same, and I'm not going to be all right for a long time. But this was a way that I could let you guys see and understand that at least I'm sober. I got that. DL, what's up? Much love back to you. Absolutely, I appreciate you. So like Friday, there's going to be a candlelight vigil for Alan, and it is actually at the park that I worked at when I got out of prison. When I got out of prison, I ended up landing this amazing job for Lane County Parks in this huge park called Armitage Park, right outside of Eugene, Oregon. It's huge. It's right on the McKenzie River, amazing salmon fishing. And they, as part of being the caretaker for this park, I got a 2-bedroom house in the middle of the park with like no neighbors. Like my band practiced there. A bunch of other metal bands would come over and set up in our living room and practice, because it was like there was no zoning. There was no noise ordinances out there at all whatsoever. We had house parties. We had a bunch of white trash parties and shit like that. And it was wild. So it was like a really cool spot. And Alan used to be out there all the time. Zero, please stop stepping on cords. My Boston terrorist, he's a terrorist. He's just a terrorist. So it's a place that we had a lot of memories, and that's where they're going to do the candlelight vigil on Friday. And I'm on house arrest, so I can't go. I already talked to my PO, and she said that she will have a travel pass for me ready whenever I'm ready to go after I get off house arrest. But in the meantime, I still have warrants in Eugene, Oregon. Like, when I left Eugene, Oregon, they were talking about the 10-piece. They wanted 10 years. But it was for UUMV, theft 1, and a bunch of possession crimes. And then there were some misdemeanors attached to it, but I don't worry about misdemeanors. Like, what, you want me to sit in county, bro? Like, you'll just matrix me out. They're 1 in, 1 out in Lane County Jail. So I'll sit there for like a day on a misdemeanor. They could give me like 9 months, and I'd sit there for 2 days, and they'd kick me out at 4 in the morning. I'm used to that shit. I don't care. I'll do all that shit. But it's the felonies that they wanted 10 years for that I'm worried about. But they have actually come out and announced to the county, which, how bad of an idea is it to announce to like the whole county through the news that you're not prosecuting like car thefts and grand thefts anymore. Like, that's wild. That's super wild. But they're just like, we don't have the resources to prosecute those anymore. And they decriminalize drugs altogether in Oregon, like across the board, possessions decriminalized. So I had like 3 or 4 of those. Holly, if you would light a candle, that would be beautiful. It's going to be Friday evening that they're doing that. I will be here. I will be lighting candles. I will probably be on FaceTime with some of my family so that I can be there. But yeah, so since they're not really prosecuting those jobs or charges anymore, I'm thinking that they might just let me not have to worry about those warrants. I checked my Lane County for my DUI, says that it's active. The other two don't say active. They say served but not returned on the warrants. I don't really know the legalese behind that. And I've talked to like I hit up Jessica Kent. She did a lot of law library work, but it's like a specific state to state type of thing. And I don't know. I don't know what that means. My family is going down to the district attorney's office like probably right now. And they are going to be talking to the district attorney, the head district attorney, and appealing to see if they will just drop those warrants. They're 8 years old, and it's for shit that they're not prosecuting anymore. Why would they want to fuck with it? So I've written a letter. My whole family has written letters, and they're going to be taking them down and trying to talk to her face to face to see what's up with that. So hopefully I will be able to be at the celebration of life, which my family refuses to have without me. So we'll see how this goes. I've kind of got my fingers crossed. I would love it if I would be able to go back and visit my people in Oregon. Jenna, you came from TikTok. Much love and support always. Hey, Vegas. I appreciate you, Jenna. Thank you for being here. Fingers crossed. Thank you. I love you guys. Holly, that's what we're doing. Manifestation. That's exactly what we're going for. We're owning that shit. Yeah, they're going to drop them charges. Yeah. So I actually, I had to get in contact with the detective from my kid's case because they haven't ruled anything out yet, and his wallet was missing. I had to call this dude. He's really like he's like the lead detective in the county. He's a beast. If I found out that this dude was after me and I was committing crimes, I would have gone straight to church, bro. Straight to church, Ned Flanders all the way out. Like if this dude was on my case and I knew about it, I wouldn't be doing nothing. And I called him and I said, hey, I heard that you're on, Alan's case. And he said, oh, hey, JD. And I was like, what? What? And he's like, yeah, no, I know who you are, man. I watch you on YouTube. So, Mr. Lowe, if you're out there, I appreciate the work that you're doing for our family on this. That's really cool of you, man. Much respect. And hopefully I can come back to Oregon. Like, what I would really like to do is I would like to set up a treatment center in Alan's name or a Narcan distribution event that happens on the regular in his name and try to do something to undo the damage that I did to Lane County when I was lost in my addiction, when I was out there doing crimes, when I was a leech and I was hurting people in that community. I would like to do something to try to make amends for that. The same way that I've done in Volusia County where I live now. Like, I don't know at what point the scales are balanced and I don't care. I'm just going to keep trying to do things to help people as much as I possibly can across the board because I did so much damage. And we're talking about Narcan on here. I love that. There are some states in which Narcan is free if you go to pharmacies. There's some that aren't. It kind of depends a lot on if you are in a red or blue state. The red states aren't as amicable to try to supply anything. Like, I just found this out, and I've been working in recovery in Florida for a few years now, but fentanyl test strips are illegal in the state of Florida. Hey, 3-boy mom, I love you. Thank you. I really appreciate all your support. Fentanyl test strips are illegal in the state of Florida. They consider them paraphernalia. Why wouldn't you want people testing their drugs to make sure that they're not taking something that's going to kill them? It's just insane to me. Searching for answers. Hey, JD, I know your family are in my thoughts. I know all the pain. You lost your 24-year-old son. I'm so sorry. My kid was 23. I absolutely understand, and thank you. Thank you so much for the love and support. What I'm doing in Volusia County right now, though, I wanted to be able to offer fentanyl test strips, but I can't right now because they're illegal. But in the other room right now, I have almost 200 Narcan inhalers. And for about 2 years now, I have been sending out, I've been coordinating these events where I get a bunch of volunteers and we go out, all of us, into the high drug traffic areas of Daytona, and we hand out little backpacks that have Narcan, snacks, like a water bottle, fresh socks. People need fresh socks. People in those situations, they always love the socks. And pamphlets about where they can go get help, where they can get detox, where they can get help building a resume, where they can get help with food, or the different things that they might need that might give them the leg up to turn their life around. And while we've been out doing this, multiple times I've had people go, dude, I just want to quit. I want to quit. And I'll be like, yo, are you ready to go to detox right now? And they would be like, yeah. And since I know people and I'm able to network, I can call people and I can be like, hey, do you guys have a bed? And normally, even if they don't have a bed on the detox side, they have a mental health side too, where people get Baker acted, that 72-hour mental health hold if you say you want to hurt yourself. I can usually get people a bed. So multiple times I've been able to get people into detox, and then immediately from detox, get them into sober living. So it's been nothing but blessings. And the thing that I found the most just like satisfying about that is, we were going out during the pandemic and everybody was like, wear a mask and don't shake anyone's hand. I'm out there hugging people, bro. Like, straight up, I'm out there wrapping my arms around people. I love you. You're loved. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see you. Like, what can we do for you? Out in the streets, like in the places that like people don't want to drive to because they're considered bad. There's no hood in Daytona. I'm from California. I haven't seen a hood in Daytona. There's some like low income areas where there's lots of drugs and crime, but that ain't the hood, bro. I know the hood. There's no hood here. But, the places that people consider the hood is where we go out and we do this work. So, JD, I appreciate what you have put in your page. I think it is interesting to see your perspective. Working with addicts. I lost that. There we go. Working with those addicted is a hard job. I see a DV therapist. Oh man, you're a DV therapist? Thank you for the work that you do. Are you kidding me, Allison? So I took a couple trainings on being able to help people that are experiencing domestic violence. What you guys do is so hard. What you guys do is so hard and it's so relevant. My wife was in an abusive relationship for 15 years. And I remember when we first got together, like, she would flinch if I moved too fast, if I spoke too loud or too aggressively. Like the way that I talk on my videos, I don't talk like that when I'm with my wife if she's in certain places. She's gotten a lot better now, but I can tell when she's starting to get triggered, I lower my tone, I talk calm, I talk slowly, I don't do hand movements, all this yada 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 that I do. I don't do any of that around my wife when she's in certain places. So I understand how difficult it is because me and her have worked through that as part of our relationship. She also is in recovery for an eating disorder, which is pretty amazing because we're both in recovery, but we're not in recovery for the same thing. So like if she relapses in her eating disorder, it's not going to trigger me to go out and get fucked up. It triggers me to like help her, make food for her. And, God forbid if I were to relapse, knock on wood. Hey, thank you, Viking. But if I were to relapse, man, it wouldn't trigger her and it wouldn't fuck her up in that way. Usually when I relapse, I do not have fucking breaks. So I don't see it as an option. But, yeah, we have a relationship where we both understand recovery and what that work looks like, but we're not a danger to each other. So I feel pretty uniquely blessed in that. Please have her start a YouTube channel. My girlfriend has an eating disorder and it's hard on both of us. Country, bro, I love you. First off, I love you. Thank you for being here. My wife has this thing about cameras. She hates all cameras. It's not a good thing for her. She starts to have panic attacks when I pull the camera out. I've gotten her to do a few little like pieces on shorts and everything, but she won't independently do her own channel. I'd like her to do some videos to be able to help people with eating disorders. Shelby, I see you. I'm sorry. It's bright in here where I'm at. I'm sorry. I absolutely see you and I love you. Shelby, what's going on? Yeah, country. So you understand, bro. Like, myself, I've always just kind of looked like a fucking potato, and I'm used to that, so it's okay. It's all right. Like, I've just figured you can't polish a turd, so I'm just gonna run it. But you know, my wife's really, really, really insanely beautiful, like really beautiful, and I don't understand it, but I just respect her boundaries, and I don't pull the camera out unless she instigates. It's one of those things. It has to be her idea for her to be comfortable with it, and it's one of those consent-based type of issues. I've always been very, very consent-based with anything that I do with women. You know, unless it's a robbery, then it's like whatever. Jamie, I don't like being on camera either. You can ask my kids. No particular reason. I just don't like it. I get it. I don't really have a problem with it, but yeah, Jax is not with it. Let's see. Shelby, thank you. I really appreciate you, hon. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'm sorry that I didn't see you at first. My wife is absolutely stunning. It's crazy. She doesn't see it. She doesn't know, which for me was an advantage because she was willing to get with me. I'll take it. I'll ride that out. But yeah, she is absolutely gorgeous. 3-Boy Mom, I'm the same way. I joke that when I pass my husband, we'll have to take random pictures of someone who resembles us. So, yeah, no, so one of my wife's things was she was really upset that she didn't take more pictures with Alan. So I've been like photoshopping pictures of her into pictures with me and Alan, and pictures of Alan into pictures of me and her, so that she'll just have some, and they look terrible. I'm terrible at Photoshop. They look ridiculous, but it gets her to smile, and she's really going through it right now. I don't have an issue with it, but I run a free speech project on pre-birth experiences, so it's a little different. That's awesome. Hey, Country and Jamie, nice to see you other guys. I love that our little community, everybody knows each other. Like, I just dove right into something really cool. Y'all are awesome. I really love y'all. If you send me some pictures, I'll give it a shot. I'm not great, but okay with that kind of stuff. Yeah, man, I'm learning. Really, it's just silly shit just to make my wife smile and feel better because she's really going through it. You know, my whole family's going through it. I've spent hours and hours and hours on the phone with every member of my family, particularly my mom. My mom was super close with Alan. They had a really special relationship, and so I've spent a lot of time on the phone with her. My dad, although he's not like one of those toxic masculinity type dudes. He's very sensitive. He's also a Vietnam Marine vet, and he doesn't talk it out as much. He's always been there for me, but he's just not. He doesn't really talk about his shit so much. So I've mainly been on the phone with my mom and my sister, my niece and my son, and just trying to help them get through it. Like, helping other people kind of helps me distract myself from what I'm going through, which is, it's kind of a cop-out. I know. But it kind of works for me in a weird way. You know, a lot of my recovery is based on being of service to other people. And, you know, I kind of wonder sometimes, am I like distracting myself from the issues that I need to work on for myself? Even if I am, I'm helping other people, so that's good. Hey, Delay, what happened to the cop killer in prison? Hold on. What happened to the cop killer in prison? Because my dad said they are good with prisoners, but not the guards. Okay, so guards are definitely... Sorry, my Boston is stuck in my wire here. Get out. Sorry about that, y'all. So yeah, guards don't tend to love cop killers. Prisoners do, though. Inmates, convicts, you know, the people that you are living with. Being a cop killer is kind of like a mini celebrity in there, I guess. You know, I was celled up with a dude who killed 2 cops. It was an accident, like it was a vehicular thing. And they still hammered him for it. They gave him, I think, like 15 or 20 years. And he was my first cellie at Snake River. He was a really mellow guy, but he was drunk when he ran into the cop car. They gave him a lot of time. And he was a short dude, bro, like short, bald dude, super mellow. I walked into the cell and I was like, hey, what are you here for? Because that's the first thing I'm always going to say when I walk into a cell. I'm like, yo, like, where's the paperwork? Like, let's figure this out. Because if you're a chimo, you're going out the fucking door. This is my cell now if you're a child molester. Fuck your mouth. I'll beat the fuck out of you. But he was like, yo, I'm here for double homicide against police. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, dude, it's not like that. Like, I was drunk and I crashed into him. Like, this dude was sincerely remorseful, but he'd walk out and, like, he had all the respect in the world. So, you know, it's a different culture in there. It's a different type of thing. The people who really have trouble in there, people with crimes against women, children, you know, disabled, elderly. Chelsea, what's up? I appreciate you. Let me get that to you here in just a little bit. I'm so happy that you're here, hon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for coming. Thanks, dude. Before I Visit the Veil is the name of the website that provides a place to find out how many people's pre-birth experiences. That's awesome. Right on. So yeah, I hope that clears up a little bit of what happens to cop killers in prison. They're kind of celebrated. It's kind of one of those things. Like I said, the people who have problems are the people with crimes against women, children, elderly, disabled. You know, so look, any sexual crime, you're cooked. You're fucking cooked. But there was a dude who was at OSP who was a baby shaker. And like it was in the news, like this dude had like shaken a baby and like done severe damage, like lacerations, spinal damage. And then this dude ended up showing up and one of the dudes recognized him. And this dude got dragged in ways that I don't even want to get into on here. It was lit, bro. Like it was a whole ass show. He got shook way the fuck harder than that kid did. He got beat to the point where I'm pretty sure they took him to an outside hospital and they didn't see him again. Mike D, what's up? Everybody, Zero. Zero is being a problem right now, but we love him. Paul, how you doing? What emoji is that? That's fucking dope. Have you met anyone with autism in prison? I have met people that had like a different array and spectrum of mental health issues and of, you know, disabilities, but I didn't know anybody who specifically let me know that they were on the spectrum like that. So I don't want to like assume that that's what was going on. I know that there's a lot of people who end up there because they have situations and issues like that. And it really sucks. It sucks that they end up in that place. A lot of them end up there just because of misunderstandings or because they're not properly treated. So it's really bad, man. It's really bad. A lot of them end up doing a lot of their time in solitary too, because they just don't like really get the whole human interaction the same way, and people take it as disrespect, and it's stupid, and we shouldn't do that to people. Australian prison stories, what's up? How you doing? Searching for answers in West Virginia. You out of Boston? Dude, Bostons are my new favorite breed, man. Like this dude, I don't know if y'all can tell, this dude is a chunk, bro. They are the smallest bully breed, and like this dude is like muscular as hell. Aren't you, buddy? Are you a muscle man? He's also obsessed with my wife, and if I go to hug my wife and he sees me, this little bitch will growl at me. He'll come at me hella hard. Adam, I know, what's up, dog? How you doing? Yeah, like that dog is like psychotic over his mom. He made a shrine under the bed. She's gonna kill me if she finds out that I told this story, but like he went in the bathroom and found a bunch of her used like women's hygiene products, took them all under the bed, made a pile of them, and then made a pile of her dirty panties. He'd steal her panties out of the dirty laundry and made a shrine under the bed to her. Just stacked them the fuck up. It was weird as fuck. When I found that shit, I was like, hey, Jax, you probably want to look under the bed. And she looked under there and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with this dog? I'm like, he's the devil. But yeah, he's super obsessed with his mom. Hey, JT, what's up, man? How you doing? I appreciate you, bro. I love you. You doing okay, but how am I? Adam, you know, it's subject to change, man. It's subject to change any hour, any minute. I'm not gonna lie. It's been really difficult. It's not something that I was expecting. It came right out of left field. And you know, I know the things to do. I know the process of how to grieve and mourn properly, but knowing doesn't really, I mean, it's different than actually doing it. So I'm just going through it the best that I can, man. I love you guys, all of you guys, your love and support, and you guys sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Kind of set on starting a life of crime after being sober your entire life. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. I promise you, it's a terrible idea. It's not an if you get caught, it's a when, and then you're going to go to prison. You're going to have to shower with dudes. Which, if that's your thing, that's cool. But, like, I have seen more penises than probably any woman on the planet. I doubt any woman has seen as many dongs, involuntary, non-consensual dong seeing in the showers in prison. Having to ask cops for toilet paper, that shit ain't fun. Eating off of trays, dude, I seriously doubt the cleanliness of the trays. And the food, labeled not fit for human consumption, didn't taste good, wasn't good for me. Have you ever sat in the bathroom with another dude while he shits and had to tell him 3 times, yo, my eyes are up here, bro. Quit looking down there. There's nothing for you there. Yeah, I'm just playing about that last one. But seriously, being locked in a cell with a dude for 23 hours a day, you don't got privacy. If either of you have to shit, you're going to just sit right there with them. If somebody wants to take a number 3, your cellie might want to take a number 3, and you might not want to be in there, and you guys might have to get down about that, bro. Luckily, all of my cellies, I had a couple different cellies be like, hey, man, I'm going to put the sheet up and get one. No, the fuck you're not. No, I'm in here too. We're not doing that shit. I am done looking at naked dudes too, man. Like, yo, not into it. And all respect to those dudes who are. Like, I don't mean anything homophobic by this at all whatsoever. I knew some dudes in there that were gay that were tougher than fucking shit. And they were like, I'm tired of looking at fucking dicks, bro. This fucking sucks. All of us were tired of it. It just wasn't good. Rocky Mountain Redneck, what's up? I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you. I'm doing the best that I can to keep my head up with the situation. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the life of crime. It's played out. Plus, bro, the old school convicts are gone. Like the old loyalty, the old code, all that shit's gone. Everybody's telling on everybody. It's just a shit show. The drugs are killing people. Deepest condolences, Garrett, man. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, the life of crime thing, let's just not. I am sponsored by Monster Energy Drinks. I wish, because I drink about 6 of these a day and they should give them to me for free. Monster, if you're watching, let's get on that. I need that fucking sponsorship. Drugs in prison fucking suck. Stay free. Adam 1000. 1,000. Dude, the drugs aren't fun anymore. Everybody's just dying. There's fentanyl in everything. And my particular genre of drug of choice, I was loyal to the foil. I wasn't out there doing all different types of drugs. I mean, I tried everything, but like I was 100% down with the fucking go fast. That was my shit, if you know what I mean. Now they're putting fucking fentanyl in it. Why would you put something that brings you down in something that's supposed to bring you up? The only reason is because it's more addictive. It doesn't last as long. You're going to start getting sick within 45 minutes, an hour, and you're going to need more. They're turning people into slaves, and it's killing people. You're killing your customer base, cartels. Hey, cartels, stop doing that shit. You're killing your fucking customer base, you dumb fucks. You don't see them executing Walmart customers in the fucking Walmart parking lot. It's a bad business model, bruh. Sorry. It is super addictive, and the come down is really bad. Streets are full of zombies. Compassionate Chronic, what's up? I believe in what you do. I believe in all of the medicinal uses for marijuana. I wish it I could handle THC, and it like still did to me what it used to do to me in high school. I really enjoyed it. It really calmed me and did good for my anxiety. The last times that I smoked, it sent me right back to my really bad anxiety attack that I had in prison. I smoked some weed in prison, thought that they were bringing the dogs down the tier to do drug sniffing searches and raid my cell. Like I was literally flushing tobacco, which I would never do. Did it. I was really high. I thought they were bringing the dogs. And so every time I've smoked since then, my head for some reason goes back there. I get really panicky. I get a bunch of anxiety. So I wish that it didn't do that shit to me anymore. But my wife works, she's actually a manager of a CBD shop here in Daytona. And I can do the non-THC CBD. And I get a lot out of that sometimes when I have anxiety. Let's see. Yo, this is awesome. My DOC was Fent, and I'll never go back to that crap. It physically makes your bones hurt when you come off of it. It only lasts for like 2 hours. That's exactly. Every time I've seen somebody like try to come off of Fent, it's like a completely different scene from what I've seen from when people come down off of heroin. And it doesn't last as long as heroin. So it's like a perfect storm drug to slave people out. It's fucking awful. Hey, from Iowa, we just got custody of my stepson because his mom refused to enter treatment for meth. It breaks my heart. I'm so sorry. That's absolutely fucking terrible. But I'm really glad that you were there to step up. Really glad that you were there to intervene and get that kid somewhere safe, because no kid should grow up in the trap house. It's not a fucking place to grow up. Detoxing from Fetty is heroin detox on steroids. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I was locked up with this dude. This dude was my cellie for like 3 months, and like in county. And I don't think, like, I left after 3 months. I don't think he ever stopped detoxing. He was just sick. He was throwing up. Like, I got a lot of his food because of it. He was shooting me all sorts of food, and I was shooting him all my desserts. So I wasn't super complaining, but I felt really bad for him. Like, it just seemed like his detox lasted for fucking ever. And I was really weirded out and scared of like getting meth that had Fetty in it. I had it one time, and I smoked it, and I'm like, yo, I'm falling asleep. What the fuck's in this dope, bro? And he goes, oh, don't worry about it. It's sleepy dope. It's really good, though. Like, bitch, I don't smoke crystal meth to take a nap, motherfucker. I got rid of that whole batch. I refused to even sell it to anybody. I took the L on that batch and got rid of it. And I stopped doing meth shortly after that. Not of my own accord. The Secret Service helped me out with that. But yeah, man, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. I'm really glad that I got out when I did. It's crazy. People are OD on weed in PA because they're putting Fetty in it. So generally, fentanyl is killed by open flame or too much heat. If you're going to smoke it, you usually have to base it. That's why people do foil off of it. A lot of what I've been seeing is K2. And people make K2 out of all sorts of shit. Here, people are making a lot of K2 out of Raid, you know, the Hornet spray that kills bugs. They're putting that shit on weed to sort of enhance it and give it more of a profound effect. And we've had people having seizures that look a lot like overdoses and shit like that. But if you hold an open flame to Fetty, it generally kills it. So I don't think that it can be smoked that way. I think that a lot of what people think that is actually K2. I was on H for a while, got clean in 2017 with the MAP program, and I've been off since 2001. That is fucking rad. Congratulations, man. I really love hearing that. I love hearing MAT success stories. I'm 100% an advocate for MAT treatment. For those of you that don't know, MAT is medically assisted treatment. That can be methadone, subs, like Suboxone, Subutex. Medically assisted treatment can even be like medicinal marijuana. And also my personal favorite, Vivitrol. Vivitrol is an opioid receptor blocker that lasts for about 30 days. It takes one shot. You take one shot and you can't get high for like 30 days. Laura, I really appreciate that. I love you, hun. Thank you for being here. My personal recommendation to everyone who's trying to get off of opioids has always been Vivitrol. But fuck, man, you got to make it like 14 days with no opioids in your system to get through it. Garrett, just found your music on Spotify. Dude, your music helps me out during workouts and I absolutely love it. Garrett, thank you. I really appreciate that. That is fucking dope. I love making music. I've been making music since I was 12, 13, something like that. And I started out playing drums. I got a guitar in prison and started learning to play guitar. But I sang in metal bands for years. So what I'm doing now is like, you know, more punk rock, which is where I started out playing drums, or, you know, weird sad rap, shit like that. Like I do a little bit of everything, but I love making music. Country said, my girlfriend just started Sublocade and it's helping her a lot more than Suboxone. Sublocade is really, really fucking good too. Absolutely. Some people need help to get off the heroin, etc. And some people like me can do it all on our own. Yo, check this out. Whatever the fuck works for you, or you, or you, I'm gonna cheerlead that shit. I will be out there, give me some pom-poms, bitch. I'm cheerleading you. Whatever brings you success, whatever gets you out of the gutter, whatever gets you off of the needle, whatever gets you in a place where you're feeling good about yourself and you're moving forward in your life, I'm fucking here for it. Jessica, you're here. Weed helps my anxiety so much, I won't buy it because of the fear of what could be in it. I can't wait for it to be legal here in South Carolina, but it ain't going to be anytime soon. Do they not even have medicinal in South Carolina? That's fucking wild to me. We even have that in Florida, and Florida's way bass backwards. Zig, the wood chipper song. I love that wood chipper song, man. Thank you so much. What has been my path of healing? So, look, if we're talking about just recovery, I started out by doing the 12 steps in AA. Then I moved on to the 12 steps of NA because I'm extra and I wanted to know everything that I possibly could about recovery and healing. And I wanted to be able to walk other people down whatever pathway felt the most comfortable to them. Then I did Smart Recovery, and that's where I fell in love because Smart Recovery is based on the neuroscience and the psychology of addiction and recovery. And when you get down to, you're not just like putting everything on faith, but you're actually like 100% getting an understanding of why am I fucked up? Oh, I've routed terrible neural pathways in my brain. How do I fix those? Through repetition and through having different fucking reward system in place with the limbic system in my brain. Like I need to rewire what I'm getting rewards out of in life. And you know, when I started to get the basic understanding of that, it really put it into perspective for me in a way that I could sink my teeth into. I wasn't relying on something I couldn't see or something I couldn't really understand that I had to have faith in. It broke it down to me and like, this is the science of what's going on. And that gave me the power to like walk those steps out myself. And I still work in the 12 steps, both with my sponsors and my sponsees. But Smart Recovery is where it's at for me. I love that. And also therapy. Like, I know I'm tough, tattooed. I've been to prison. Bro, I fuck with therapy heavy, dude. Using cognitive behavioral therapy is my shit. I love CBT. CBT is my absolute jam. But like, you know, having a therapist, and I'm working my way up right now. And I've been slacking, and this situation with my kid dying really might bring that back to a head. I need to do my EMDR therapy. I'm really excited about that. But like, I will be the biggest advocate for going and talking to someone, a counselor, a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever you need. I'm 100% with that. I'm all the way on board for talking to someone and bettering yourself. You know, there's only so much that a sponsor is going to be able to do for you. There's only so much that a recovery coach is going to be able to do for you. Like, I'm not a psychologist. You know, I there's things that I can't do, but you know, I can work with people on the recovery side of it and somewhat on the mental health side of it. But I myself, I still get counseling. I still see a therapist. Adam, I would love to collab with you, buddy. I would absolutely love to collab with you. We should absolutely do that. So I don't know. Is there a way for me to like type something in here? I'm really bad with these. I'm really bad with these lives. I still need to figure out how to do this. I don't see it. I was gonna put my email in this, but if you guys can remember this, it's jddelay1017@gmail.com. Adam, if you want to hit me up, man, we can talk about doing it. Or if you want to just hit me up on Insta. I'm really easy to find on Insta. JD Delay on Insta too. Yes, please give me your email. Is it okay to ask for help when you're having a hard time? It is absolutely always okay to ask for help, Paul. Whether you're having a hard time or you just need to get something off your chest or you just need someone to be with you, it's always okay to ask somebody for help. 100%. Let's see. JD, you play many video games? All right, so look, I play weird ass video games. I'm a boomer, okay? Like I have a tattoo of the Fireflies from The Last of Us here. The Last of Us was my favorite video game of all time, 1 and 2. My kid makes fun of me for liking 2. He said 2 was the sellout one. He was really pissed off that they killed Joel. So I really, I dig a lot of video games. I've got the PS5 and I've got the Nintendo Switch. I just don't have time for a lot of video games. Like, honestly, like I could be sitting playing video games right now. I'd rather be sitting with you guys and talking with you guys. This means more to me. So the Last of Us TV show that's coming out on the 15th on HBO Max. Yes, I'm very fucking excited. I'm amped for that shit, Pamela. And I've been waiting for over a year. I've been watching to see what's happening with that. Tanya says nothing is legal here in Iowa. Thankfully, it's a 5-minute trip over the river to Illinois if you can afford to get prices. It's wild to me that we still have states where weed is legal, or where it's illegal. It's wild to me that like recreationally legal isn't a thing everywhere. Before I left Oregon, I got a DUI for marijuana. That's one of the warrants that I have to go clear up because I didn't finish my diversion. I got pulled over. I had smoked a joint like 2 hours before that. Like I said, I don't really have fun when I smoke weed. So I was happily coming down. I was like, cool. Like, I don't feel fucked up anymore. I'm ready to go home. And I was driving and I got pulled over and the cop was like, you've been drinking. And I'm like, fuck your mouth. I don't drink. And I hadn't drank in like 3 or 4 months. So he was getting aggressive with me. And like, I'm a mouthy little shit. I don't know if you could tell, but like, if I get murked, believe I went out fucking spitting and cussing at the motherfucker. This cop was getting kind of fucky with me. I got fucky back, and he ended up giving me like a field sobriety test. He said I failed. I said, just give me the goddamn breathalyzer, bro. I'm not trying to sit here and fucking argue with your ugly ass all day. Anyway, he arrested me and took me to county jail, gave me a breathalyzer. It was a 0.00000 all the way down the line. And then he told me he wanted me to pee in a cup for him. And I'm like, no. And he put me in a dry cell. For those of you who don't know what a dry cell is, a dry cell is a cell where there's no toilet, there's no sink. It's just like a cement closet. And he put me in there for a long fucking time. And I was just over it. I was done. I was like, look, I'll fucking pee in a cup. I don't care. I broke. They broke me. I just wanted to get out of there. I peed in the cup. It came up dirty for marijuana. And they gave me the charge. So I was supposed to do the diversion. And now I've done the diversion. I teach the classes for people who need diversion for DUIs. Like, I absolutely teach those fucking classes. But I didn't do it in time. So they gave me a warrant. And that's active in Lane County. And I need to go clear that up because I have a suspended license due to that. And like, I didn't care about a suspended license until I got in recovery, and I was on $140,000 bond, and then now I'm on house arrest. I Uber everywhere, and I don't have any huge problem with that. But yo, like, when I was using, I drove everywhere. I just kept buying cars with dope. Like, it turns out if you have an ounce of dope, you could buy a fucking car. 100%. An ounce of dope will get you a car in a fucking heartbeat. And I would just drive it around until the cops yanked it or some terrible fuck shit happened. I'd get arrested. But yeah, ever since I got in recovery, I have been being a good boy, and I haven't been driving much. Like, for the most part, not driving. Kind of. You're banned. Okay, Adam's banned from driving till 2035. Adam, I need to know this story. What the fuck did you do to get banned from driving till 2035? Holy fuck. And I saw you, Three Boy Mom. You were talking about counting down the days to The Last of Us. I feel you. I'm with that shit. I can't fucking wait. Does anybody remember that old school movie Willow from back in the day? With the little dude, and then there were the other littler dudes, and then they turned everybody into like pigs and goats and shit. I've been watching that series that they made on Disney Channel, and like, I know it's probably made for kids or something like that, but like, I channel myself right back into being a child, and I watch the fuck out of that shit. Willow! That shit's dope, bro. I'm with that shit. Would I be down for doing ayahuasca? It's profound healing. So look, I've always wanted to do an ayahuasca retreat. DMT changed my life. It changed my view on death. It changed my view on spirituality. I've had really incredible experiences with dimethyltryptamine. I really liked it. I've always wanted to do an ayahuasca retreat. But I would want to do it at a time when I didn't have things hanging over my head, when I could go into it clearly with the intention set to learn and to realign myself spiritually and energy-wise. And I haven't had any need to. To be perfectly honest with you, I know that like Bill Wilson, the founder of AA, always theorized and spent about 2 years microdosing LSD because he thought that it could simulate the spiritual experience needed to get you into recovery. And, I have a friend who's had a couple of hits of acid on deck for me for the last 3.5 years. Like, when you need a spiritual reset, let me know. I got this really good L in my freezer for you. I haven't needed it. Like, I've just felt aligned the whole time. So, I would really like to do an ayahuasca retreat, though, because I think there's something so much more inherently pure about doing the DMT thing. What happened was a cop hit my girlfriend, so I ran over him. Oh, shit. I want to see that video. I absolutely need to see that video. That's fucking rad. Let's see. I like Trailer Park Boys. Trailer Park Boys was dope. Yeah. And my son that's still alive is a huge Trailer Park Boys fan. He will just bust out into impressions of everyone on there. Jessica said, I'm so proud of my hubby. He's working on getting his license now at 36. Yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing, not going to lie here, guys, to be my age, to be in my 40s, and still have a suspended license. It's been suspended for 8 fucking years. That's wild. And, like, I've owned at least a dozen cars since then, but right now, I'm trying to do the right thing and stay in pocket, so. You hit my girlfriend, cop or no cop. I feel you, bro. Ain't nobody going to put hands on my woman. 100%. Have you thought about starting a men's circle or mentoring the youth? I would absolutely love to mentor youth, especially like youth that are incarcerated. Since I'm still on house arrest and I'm still going to be on paper, I'm looking into what it's going to take to get the clearance to be able to go into juvenile facilities and try to work with young men. My recovery coaching, I work exclusively with men because it's like a one-on-one form of treatment. We talk about traumas and, very serious intimate life events. And I just feel more comfortable only working with men. I have females that I can recommend to any women that want recovery coaching. But I only work with men. I don't want there to be any type of situation where people start to collect feelings or anything like that. So I work with a lot of men on recovery coaching, mental health, and personal fitness training, because that's part of what I do with recovery coaching, because recovery is mind, body, and spirit. We go to the gym. We have a lot of sessions in the gym where we'll be talking seriously about recovery while we're working out and training. So that's kind of what I do on that front. Mike, I appreciate you. It's good to see you. I want to thank everybody who came out. I love y'all. I'm going to take off. It's been about an hour now, and my wife's going to be home soon. I'm going to make her some dinner since she worked today and I didn't. But thank you guys for spending the time with me. I love y'all. All of the support. I just can't thank you enough. And just to recap, man, I know that y'all are aware of what I'm going through right now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient. And just know that, like, I'm not going to relapse. I'm not going to take this to a bad place. I'm going to use it as a catalyst to be able to do more work and to help more people. I love you, Janice. I love all of y'all, man. Y'all have a good evening. I appreciate y'all being here. Be good or be good at it.